Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is BachelorClues. And it's Tuesday. Recording this on Monday, but it's Tuesday when you're listening to it. So that means this is Twixt Weekson's Bachelor's Nations. We're going to be covering a lot of news breaking. Our state of the game obviously is a big one about the new Golden Bachelor. We're going to be talking about that. We got all of our top 5 parasocial plays of the week. We got Screams from the Pit. We're going to be talking about what we're watching. For me, that's going to be a movie that came out recently that blew my goddamn mind. And I know you've seen it too, PaceCase. But before we get to any of that, we have to mention some business. This Saturday, May 3rd, I'll be talking at DePaul as part of their pop culture conference about our beloved game, the nature of the sport of it. And I'm putting together this presentation that has a lot of clips through the history of our beloved game to illustrate the best PTCs, tier plays, love level 4s, blah, 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 blah. It's all the stuff we've kind of talked about over the course of our show with video evidence to support. I think it's going to be pretty good. And a lot of AI images and stuff. Hopefully it'll be fun, funny, et cetera, et cetera. I hope you can make it out.
Wowee, Clues. I mean, I know people are upset you changed it from the death of the Bachelor, but I think this will be a...
Oh, people are mad about that?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Oh. I can still do it. I'll do a Death of the Bachelor episode. If it winds up happening, if the Bachelor ever gets canceled, believe me, I got that one locked and loaded.
I hope you get it recorded so I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to record it or not. I'll have to test it out. But
because I'll be at my sister's wedding.
Oh, congrats to your sister.
Shout out to Max. I'm sure she listens to every episode.
If you're out there, congratulations. We also must mention that right now on Patreon, we're doing something brand new called Casa Gore, which is me and Lizzie watching television together again. We're watching Battle Camp, Netflix's third wave show. I have to say, it's so much fun to do it. It feels like when we first started watching Bachelor back in the old days together. Because since
we're renewed.
We are, or at least I am. I mean, since we started doing this podcast some 6 years ago at this point, we don't watch reality TV together anymore.
No.
That's how this started. But now we watch it separately and then talk about it together. But with Casa Gore, we get to watch together again. And it just feels like old times to me. I fucking love it. And
it's the Renaissance. We're no longer stuck in our corner in Palapa alone, talking at our screen. Instead, we are together talking at our joint screen.
Yes. But it's just, I don't know. It harkens back to me to those. I remember those first times we watched The Bachelor sitting on my couch with a little bit of medicine, and just like made fun of it and had fun with it. And I just haven't felt that excitement, that fun level in a long time, at least in the watching of it, because the watching of all reality TV now has become very like mechanical and like I'm typing notes. Then when we have our conversations, that's the fun part to me. But now the watching is the fun part. So please.
We're doing it live. No notes.
Yeah, there ain't no notes. There ain't no edits. It's just what we're feeling in the moment watching Battle Camp. But we're going to be doing this for a lot of different shows as well coming up in the near future. So please join us, patreon.com/Game of Roses, if you want to get on board with the first ever Casa Gore.
Battle Camp has, by the way, surprised me in how entertaining it is. I had very low expectations, I would say.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, Netflix, there's a certain level of quality that I've come to expect from all of Netflix's shows, whether the construction of the game, the premise, the Dark Lord in this case, those things may not be up to snuff, but there's something about how they put their people, how they present their stars, that's always at a level that's higher than everybody else. They kind of get it.
Casting is really good too.
Yeah.
We have some notes. You'll see them in Casa Gore.
Yeah. So please join us for that. Again, it's on our Patreon, patreon.com/Game of Roses. Now, PaceCase, let's jump into this episode with
Game of Roses. State of the game.
All right. I'm sure we all saw the news break. We got us a new Golden Bachelor, and he's not from the franchise. They went outside the franchise. They did not cast anybody from Joan Vassos' season. I know we were all hoping for a Charles L. or maybe a Mark Anderson, but he's got someone now. Jonathan Roan. But is he dating somebody? I don't know if he's got somebody now or not. But for whatever reason, they cast completely outside the Golden franchise. Let's break down.
For whatever reason, we know why.
Do we?
He's Football Gary.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy is like... He's about as down the middle as you can get, but he hits at every level at a very high level. So our new Golden Bachelor is Mel Owens. He is 66 years old, 6'2", originally from Detroit, now lives in the OC, played in the NFL for 9 years for the LA Rams as a linebacker. Now, this is not like Colton Underwood saying, I was a pro football player and he played like 2 practice games with the Seahawks. This is not even like Jesse Palmer.
Dark Lord Palmer.
Dark Lord Palmer is put to shame by this guy. Dark Lord Palmer played, I think, 3 or 4 years as a backup quarterback for the Giants. Saw very little playtime. This dude was a legit pro football player in the NFL for 9 years. He got a herniated disc and the Rams waived his contract in year 10. So he was there for a minute. This was like his real career.
PTC.
What's that?
IFI PTC.
Yeah. And now he is a lawyer who helps people who have been injured in athletic events, pro football players, pro whatever players, all these different players who have like gotten injured, their careers are over. He helps them get the money that they needed. If you care about his statistics, 125 tackles, 79 assists, and 3 interceptions as a linebacker. Linebackers don't usually get a lot of interceptions. That's usually the free safeties, the cornerbacks, if you're into football.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. He was married, got divorced after his dad died. So
he was married 25 years.
Yeah. And not a widower.
That shocks
Shocking. Me too.
That's why I thought that they skipped Leslie Fema was because of that Scarlet D. But no.
Yeah.
He has 2 sons.
That's important.
And after he had the divorce and the passing of his father, he went to law school and became the founding member of a law firm. This man has had 2 different jobs.
And both pay well. That's the key thing here. He's had 2 different jobs and 1 giant income. So this is just a square-jawed, 6'2" former professional athlete who is now a founding partner in a law firm that sues Major League Baseball, NFL, NHL. This man rolling in the dough. He's got a perfect set of pearly whites. I mean, he was like made to do this, I feel like.
Yeah. Look, the announcement shocked me just because the franchise has been in such turmoil. Mm-hmm. But then I was shocked that it wasn't a repeat player. But then I saw this man and I was like, oh, okay, I see. The AR, this is like an AI Golden Bachelor type person. He also, he doesn't have Instagram that we could find, but we did find his Twitter and his LinkedIn. His Twitter, he's very prolific on Twitter, but it is mostly about sports lawsuits, the NFL over drugging players, the relationship between the NFL and domestic violence, and especially concussions. And on his LinkedIn, he's listed 45 skills and he follows 2 groups, Mothers Against Concussions and Hockey Biz. So he is very on theme for what he focuses on. And he
guess what?
Defends a lot of athletes.
This dude defends athletes. He fights against the corporations that create professional sports entertainment. I don't know, honestly, if you're ABC, if you're the Bachelor, I don't know if this is the guy you want to bring into the fold.
I know. I was like, okay, Antifa.
Yeah. Like when he starts seeing all the similarities between how they treat players in the Bachelor franchise and how players get treated by the NFL, all that type of stuff, I think this guy may have a whole new wing of his law firm opening next year. And
they better
it's fascinating
clean up their group dates, physical activities.
Yeah, you think they're going to have
it'll all be pillow fights.
Yeah, the Golden Women have to play tackle football.
They're just going to be in bubbles the whole season. They're like, we can't get on the bad side of Mel. He has 1 review on LinkedIn by Rich Stranger,
Stringer fucking gave him a review?
I think this is a football player.
I don't know who it is.
Oh, Mel is an excellent attorney. He got great results on the case he handled for me. He applies the same principles of hard work and persistence as an attorney that he applied in his professional football career.
Interesting. All right. We also have his official, this is not on the Golden Bachelor website, but it's on abc.com/news. So it is technically an official ABC intro written by Jim Donnelly, April 23rd. I'm just going to read this verbatim. This is what they say of him. Who is the next Golden Bachelor? Meet Mel Owens. After a historic first season, The Golden Bachelor, set to return to ABC and Hulu, Mel Owens, the 66-year-old former NFL veteran turned lawyer, is gearing up to make his next big play as the second Golden Bachelor. Born and raised in a close-knit Midwestern family in Detroit, Owens' athleticism shone through from an early age. After graduating from the University of Michigan, he was selected as the 9th overall pick in the 1981 NFL Draft by the LA Rams following his retirement from football.
Up.
Yeah, I'm saying this dude was like legit. Following his retirement from football, Owens transitioned into a career in law and moved to Orange County, California, dedicating himself to helping others, particularly those seeking justice for sports-related injuries. It was during this time that he met his first love, and together they had 2 sons. While life took an unexpected turn with the passing of his father and the end of his marriage, Owens channeled his energy into being the best father he could be, focusing on raising his sons and coaching their extracurricular sports teams. Can you imagine this dude is your like Pop Warner football coach?
His clients are his wife now.
That's intimidating. Some like mad dad runs out on the field. You're not playing my kid enough. I will sue you into oblivion. Yeah. Sit down and shut up.
They just call him the Jaw.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're going against Jaw.
People. Now, after several years as a devoted dad, Owens is ready to discover a love rooted in the simple joys of companionship, sharing life's everyday moments, making plans for the future, and growing stronger together as a couple. As the Golden Bachelor, he's eager to meet someone who shares this vision and finally find that perfect teammate he's been waiting for in his golden years. So they're using the football analogy, but this is also a world dominator looking for my power couple other half.
A world changer.
The inaugural season of The Golden Bachelor averaged 10.4 million viewers after the first 35 days across platforms. Is that true?
That is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right, but they say it is.
I don't know. Gary got in the 100K club, which...
Yeah, he's at like 134K on Instagram. I don't know if that many people watch this, though, but they claim... in this thing anyway that they did, making it the strongest average for any season of an ABC unscripted series since The Bachelor during the 2019-2020 season. That would have been Pilot Pete. P2 plus MP35. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that number's correct. It also hit a 2.88 rating among 18 to 49, the highest rated ABC unscripted series since The Bachelorette in fall of 2020. That I know is not right. It was never getting a 2.88. The Golden Bachelor is produced by Warner Brothers.
Hulu numbers.
Yeah, they're inflating some shit here. Maybe they're using some creative math. I'm not exactly sure. But Gary Turner's season was unquestionably a massive success. They have now recast, again, a player from outside the franchise. So we have seen, this is basically what happened in the first era of Bachelor as well. Alex Michel obviously was not from the franchise. He was the first Bachelor. Then the first Bachelorette was his runner-up, Trista Rain, now Trista Rain Sutter, married, of course, the poet laureate of Bachelor Nation, Ryan Sutter, Bucket Hat Sutter, back in the day. The second Bachelor was Aaron Boerge. He was not from Trista Sutter's season. He was another. They reached into the backwoods of Missouri to pull this bank manager out and throw him in front of the camera. So they're kind of doing that again here. We have first Golden Bachelor, obviously not from the franchise. First Golden Bachelorette was a player on that first season of Golden Bachelor. Now the second Bachelor is again from outside the nation.
I think this is a good sign. And I hope that they do this for all of the shows. Honestly, it's like, it's time to have some fresh meat and kind of rejuvenate the franchise. I don't know about Mel Owens. I haven't seen him on camera.
Yeah.
If he's the man to do that, but I do want them to start just going back to that original premise, which is the most eligible Bachelor or the most eligible Golden Bachelor that's out there who people are going to fight over.
And I mean, I tend to think he's going to be good on camera simply because as a pro athlete for 9 years, he was definitely doing post-game interviews and stuff. So he's been in front of cameras before. And as a lawyer, what's that?
A lawyer has to talk.
Yeah. And I assume he probably has litigated cases as well. So that means he's literally talking to a jury, a judge, etc. So he knows how to present himself, I would guess. He knows how to dress, all these kinds of things. I think he's going to be fantastic. We shall see. I mean, it is another like just pearly white tooth, square jawed white dude.
Of
it is
course.
that.
You
They're not breaking the mold there, but I'm excited for this. I got to say.
I am too. And I love that it has the combo of, it's not just a retired athlete. He's also got the law thing. So you can see his intro package. He's throwing a football away, picking up the law book, you know, and Andy Dorfman meets a Colton Underwood.
Yeah.
I feel like it opens up a lot of different date ideas that they can do. I think that the Golden Bachelorettes are going to be competing so much over this man. He's on the side of justice.
Yeah, he seems like a very good catch. Now, I'm sure, just like happened with Gary Turner, there will be some Hollywood Reporter article that comes out that tries to do a hit piece on him. That's like, this man kissed a woman before he came into the show. And he said he played for the Rams for 9 years. Technically, it was only 8 years, 8 months and 22 days. I'm sure that's going to happen.
Delete your Twitter, probably. I tried to scroll all the way, but very prolific on there.
Well, I mean, you got to think Twitter came out, in like the late 2000, 2006 or 7 or something like that?
His tweets are 2013 to like 2023.
Yeah. So this dude was 50 years old already. He's already a practicing lawyer. He ain't putting anything on the internet that could get him in trouble.
No.
I Googled around to see if he had any restraining orders, just a cursory search. I couldn't find anything. That's just maybe up to me, though.
So you did the amount that the producers probably did.
I don't even know if they did that. Let's be honest. I probably did an infinite amount more work looking for this, but I couldn't find anything. Again, I spent like maybe 5 minutes just Googling around, ChatGPTing around, found nothing. I also love that he's got this focus on concussions and CTE, because I feel like it is like one of the biggest problems with the NFL is like all of these wild stats that come out of concussions and the crimes that people end up doing. And, you know, they kind of bury that stuff because they're such a big corporation. They've started making some changes. They now allow players, if they want, they can wear this. It's like a secondary helmet over your helmet that has like more padding. And so you'll occasionally see in an NFL game, receivers wear it quite a bit. They'll just be a guy with like a giant head basically running around. You're like, what the hell?
I like that. They should all have that. They should be in bubbles, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways to make it safer, but I do think there's some contingent of NFL fandom that likes the possibility of injury, that's part of the game. There's a potential sacrifice. There's a risk involved in being able to play this game.
That's sick. You guys are sickos.
It's gladiatorial. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm very excited for Mel O. This is,
Me too.
And I'm just excited that the show got picked up. Just period.
Exactly. Yeah, and it supposedly is going to air later this year. So we will have Paradise, which we're going to talk about in news, of course. Oh, my little players. They're on the airplanes.
They're on the airplane.
We will talk about that in news. But yeah, it looks like we're at least going to have 2 more Bachelor products by the end of this year airing. And of course, PaceCase and I are going to break it all down play by play. I'm excited for it, though.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing in the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah. Or our coverage of it. Now, oh man, his LinkedIn picture I'm looking at, it's got he played at Michigan. It's got his Michigan jersey is in a frame. God, that reminds me so much of like, sometimes you'll go in to pitch a TV show. Well, I guess you don't anymore in person. It's all Zoom. But back in the day, when you had to go in person to like HBO or something to pitch your TV show, you'd walk into an executive's office. And if they were like a high up executive who could just buy a show in the room, the office would be decorated to their persona. Invariably, there'd be some dude who just has all of their college football shit. It's like all over the back walls and stuff. And you're like, but aren't you buying TV shows now? Isn't that what your job is now?
This seems more relevant. It's
totally.
a good photo. I like the lines. The 7s kind of connect to his suit.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Number 7.
Could have done better lighting, though.
Do you think we will see a limo exit that is a woman comes out in like Michigan cheerleader outfit and does something?
1,000,000% there will be a cheerleader tot. Maybe even a football tot.
Do you think they will get somebody who was an NFL cheerleader to be on his season?
They will if they're smart. God,
there's nothing more American than that. The big football star dating the cheerleader prom queen.
I mean, they've gotten, a lot. Gabby Windy. Mesney's first choice for
They
wife.
had some last season on Golden. It was Sweetnum's friend. It was a fellow
she got
Chicago Bears
though.
dancer.
She should come back for this season.
They just have her in every season.
Yeah.
We're going to keep giving you another shot. We'll find the guy for you. Okay.
Why
Thank
not
you very
bring
much.
back some recurring characters? I don't see a problem with that.
I agree.
FEMA.
Totally agree. Let's move on now. That's our state of the game. We got Golden. We got another Golden. More Golden juice in the tank. God damn. I'm excited for this. I got to say. Now we're moving on to our next portion of this program where we discuss what we're watching during the off season. This is...
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
PaceCase, what are you watching?
Well, I'm still watching The Last of Us.
Oh,
Watched episode 3 last night. I cried almost the entire time again.
huh? I'm sorry for yourself.
It's just like it. No, it's like the after effects from what happened last week.
Oh,
Y'all, have we talked about it on the podcast?
I don't know. We talked about it, I think, in a casa.
I think it is time that we are allowed to talk about it for 1 minute. And if you haven't caught up on The Last of Us, turn it off for a minute. But I need to air this out.
Please.
I am so deeply, deeply upset by this decision that they made to follow exactly the video game and kill off their most charismatic, beautiful, wonderful man, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And ruin my life. I don't think I've ever been this emotionally devastated by a character's death. I was not okay, and I felt such anger towards Craig Mazin.
Yeah, same.
And I wanted to send a hate comment on the Last of Us show page and be like, how could you? I
get it. Look, I 100% agree with you. And it's why I've stopped watching the show. I will never watch another episode of it. It's partially in kind of some kind of, I don't know, self-righteous boycott or whatever. I don't know. But it also just has to do with I didn't like any other character in the show. I was watching Catherine it O'Hara? Only for him. Huh?
What about Catherine O'Hara?
Well, she's okay, but they brought her in this season and she's had very little screen time. Obviously, I'll watch anything she does. She's a living legend. But the main character now is how old is she supposed to be? I was going to say the
21
teenage girl, but I think she's supposed to be 25 or something. She's just a very unlikable character. That actress, I actually think, is very good. I think the way they're writing that character is bad. She's very annoying, makes stupid decisions constantly. Her dialogue's not good. But it's proven that she's a good actor in the death scene. When they kill Joel and she's pinned to the ground, she is delivering a fantastic performance in that moment because it's
horrible,
narratively motivated. That emotion seems real. I just won't watch it again. And I agree with you. It's the worst decision made in a big kind of marquee premium HBO product that you're just going to nope, we got to stick to this video game. But it's but you're not making a video game. You're making a television show.
No, you're not making a video game. And guess what? I don't know what happens, but I can give you a story way to get around it. I'll give it to you. Redo the season.
Is it
there is a way to get to anything. Yeah. You can come up with another way to get there that does not involve this. I don't care. I don't care what you say. But I will keep recapping it with Catherine on the HBO Max or Patreon only right now.
Yeah.
Come check us out.
Oh God.
And we just did the last 2 episodes of Silo too. Did you watch that show?
I didn't, but I read the books.
the books are so good. And they did a scene at the season 2 finale that includes part of the second book, Shift, which is my favorite book in the series. So I was very excited about that. And I also caught up on Summer House and Southern Charm.
Nice.
Following the breakup between Paige and Craig from both sides. Excellent content.
Fantastic.
And oh God, Southern Charm. I mean, I've been watching it since the beginning, and usually a show will get stale by 10 seasons or whatever, but the Shep storyline this season is Chef's Kiss. Shep's Kiss.
Oh, nice. I see what you did there.
He sends a text message that I want printed out and hung on my wall.
Did you get a tattoo?
Why are you trying to get me to do a tattoo all the time?
Everybody needs one.
What are you watching, Clues?
I watched this movie called Sinners, Ryan Coogler's latest offering to the cinematic art form. It is, simply put, one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's probably in my top 5 movies at this point, overall, of all time.
Wowie.
I was blown away by it, and I didn't think I would be. He's obviously a super talented director. I've seen, I think, all of his other movies. Fruitvale Station, Black Panther 1, Black Panther 2, Creed. I think those are his only other movies.
Made me cry so much.
Yeah, I mean, he's an amazing director. But when I heard the premise of this one, I was kind of like, what? I don't think I need to see that. Then the news came out and it was like, oh shit, this movie's amazing. It's breaking all these box office records. And I was like, all right, let me go see it. I saw it and I was blown away. And I'm like, I will see anything this man ever makes for the rest of his life. It's so fucking good. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's haunting me. It's stuck with me days after viewing it, just thinking about how he constructed scenes, the performances, the characters, all of it.
The dance scene was my favorite.
It was unreal.
I loved it.
It's like electric. That type of a thing can so easily be stupid or cheesy or like cringe.
Exactly.
And it was like,
cringe.
It was perfect.
So easy.
It was perfect. The villain, so interesting and weird and perfect. That casting was great. The performances were all great.
Michael B. Jordan is
of course, Michael B.
so
Jordan.
Good.
He
He's a Pedro
twins.
Pascal. Charisma.
I would say he's a little different than Pedro Pascal. Have you ever seen a Creed movie?
No.
Michael B. Jordan is like legitimately a professional bodybuilder. There's no
What? So you're saying like their physicality is different?
Yeah, different styles.
Okay. Well,
Michael B. Jordan's putting in an amount
Pedro's
of work
strong
in his physicality that Pascal is not.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair. Musk. He's a Musk boy.
He's Musk and he's Vask. He got it all. Whole package.
I'm so happy for you that you saw one of your favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
I literally was so scared I had to go to the bathroom in the middle. And I missed some stuff.
You were so scared that you had to go to the bathroom. What do you mean?
Yeah, like
by
take
that?
myself out of the theater.
I
just
see.
like I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack.
You needed a reprieve from the
So
anxiety.
if you're looking to feel something, I did not know the genre of movie when I went in, and I saw something happen, and I was like, "Is this horror?"
That's so fascinating because it is like the premise of the movie is kind of, if you don't know anything about it, it is concealed from the audience for about a half or maybe a little more than half of the movie.
I love the beginning part when they're just singing and riding around in the car. Mm-hmm. So cute.
But you didn't.
Oh my God, that guy was such a good singer. Wow.
You didn't get from the beginning when they're the like kind of tapestry opening of the movie where he's like, music can heal cultures and do all this stuff, but it also attracts darkness. You didn't immediately think like, oh, this is a horror movie?
I don't know. It could be like witchy. I don't know. I mean, it was witchy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Indeed. It's just so good. Like, and for a director, a writer, director, auteur to be able to do like that kind of breadth of work, like Fruitvale Station is, what genre even is that? It's like based on a true story of a black kid killed by cops.
In the bar.
Then leads to Creed, which is like a big budget IP Rocky movie, then to Black Panther, big budget
see Creed
Marvel
because
IP.
of the fighting.
What's that?
I didn't see Creed because of the fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Although if I didn't know what genre it was, I might have seen it.
It's sports genre. It's part of the Rocky franchise. He plays Apollo Creed's son. Did you ever see Rocky?
No. I don't like watching physical fighting.
Rocky's a fantastic movie. Written and directed by Sylvester Stallone.
I stand with Mel O. I only like psychological fighting. No CTE.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyways, please go see Sinners if you haven't already. It is a masterpiece.
Mellow.
I know. You think somebody's going to come out with Mellow Yellow?
What is that?
A drink, soft drink.
He should trademark that.
Only drink it.
No, I really enjoyed Sinners too, but your heart rate's going to go up. I'll give you that warning.
I will say this though. Let me counter that warning with, as far as horror movies go, it's not really that scary. Are
you kidding me?
Absolutely not. This genre of people trapped in a house having to wait till daybreak, there are like I would say the original George Romero Night of the Living Dead is like, holy shit, that movie's terrifying.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Trapped in the house. Demons trying to get in.
That's not, no, Home Alone is just people. That's a comedy. Have you seen Home Alone?
It's scary. It's about like adults trying to kill a child.
They're getting hit in the head with bowling balls and shit. It's like Three Stooges. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, go see it. You'll like it. Now let's move on to all those tids that are fit to print. This is
Bachelor Nation News.
First up in Bachelor Nation news, the Beast is back. Or should we say the Sand Beast? This week, ABC revealed that Wells Adams is going to have some competition as the alcohol supplier for the All-Stars. Season 15 Bachelorette Hannah Brown will be the co-host, and a new addition to Paradise in this new thing they're doing called the Champagne Lounge alongside Wells Adams.
I saw this news at the same time as the Mellow news.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? I stayed off the news for 30 seconds and there's a deluge. Week. I am so excited.
Same.
I like not only for Hannah Brown, but for you watching Wells watch Hannah Brown. Like him getting this news. Ugh, I love it.
I know.
The Champagne Lounge is a newly created space in Paradise where Hannah Brown will serve alcohol to players during rose ceremonies. While specific details about the lounge's function have not been disclosed, it appears to be a setting for social interactions and perhaps candid conversations among contestants, as well as a chance for Brown to upstage Adams.
This season will have several other changes as well. We say goodbye to the Mexican crabs and hello to the Costa Rican monkeys, I assume. I assume there will be monkeys. And for the first time, Golden players will get to strut their stuff in the All-Star game. Leslie Fema and Gary Levingston are the only two Goldens confirmed so far, but there will be others.
I bet Sandra will be there. Players are flying to Costa Rica as we speak, and some, let's just say, have been preparing for the season exclusively. Good luck to those who haven't.
Indeed. God, I can't wait. The exact premiere date for season 10 has not been announced, but it's expected sometime later this summer. Good luck to everyone going there. Some of you are going to need it.
Does Champagne Lounge not have the same connotation to you? But I just always think of strip clubs.
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't that a thing? Like, that's where you go in the back?
Yeah, Chris Rock has that famous, in quotes, song called No Sex in the Champagne Room.
Oh, it's Champagne Room. Maybe lounge is different.
Yeah, that makes it classier, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just a weird thing to call it. It doesn't have a paradisey feel at all.
Mm.
They could have called it a cabana.
Palapa.
Or, you know what I mean? Yeah, anything that is more like a beach time. The Champagne Lounge is very strip clubby, you're right.
Why do you think they made this decision? They're not replacing Wells.
No, but let's really like break this down a little bit. What do you think Hannah Brown made to do this? 150 grand?
More.
More, you think? 2 weeks?
I think 200,000. Yeah. She's a best-selling author. You know how they make so much money.
Right, exactly. She's not making any money off of her book, I don't think. But, well, she did, though. She probably got a huge advance because her first book was a New York Times bestseller. I bet her advance was at least a couple $100,000, potentially even $1 million. So to get her to come back into the franchise and do something that is going to have enough volume to it, the performance, that they're announcing it this early, saying she's going to do this thing and she's going to come join Wells at the Champagne Lounge. I don't think it's going to be some minimal thing where she shows up for a day. It seems like she's there for the whole season.
Every episode. Yeah.
I bet she got paid more than Wells Adams. I'm sure that's already a point of contention between them.
Oh my God.
There's no way she didn't.
Bartender budget.
Yeah. There's no way she didn't. And when Wells Adams is like, wow, they didn't give me a raise this time around, but they hired Hannah Brown. Like, he's not happy. I would assume he is not happy about this.
Of course he's not happy.
And I don't know if she's... Yes, there's no reason to be. This is very bad for him.
He talks so much about people coming for his job all the time.
Yep. And now it's happening for real. And it's the biggest player in the history of Bachelor, at least in terms of Instagram. She's the most beloved Bachelorette maybe to have ever played the game.
And a Gore girl.
What?
We had her on the podcast.
Yeah, Gore girl. For Wells Adams to maintain relevance in the face of the brightest sun that he has ever stood next to, I don't know what he's going to have to do. I don't think he's capable of doing it. If she wants that job, like for her, I view this as she's testing something out. She wants to see how Scott Teddy and his crew produce a show, how she's going to be treated, how this season's going to come off. And if all those things go well, it's her show.
They all come crawling back. Tyler Cameron spouting off about Latia, Hannah Brown now coming to the Champagne Lounge and BIP.
Yeah.
It's great.
I just wish that I had a recording of the conversation and how this all went about, because the idea didn't come from Hannah Brown. This is a Scott Teddy idea, or at least somebody in the circle of producers that are making creative decisions on this season of Bachelor in Paradise. One of them was like, we need to get Hannah Brown. And then they got her. Like, what the fuck? She, in my opinion, she's bigger than Tyler Cameron. And he was always kind of like the big get. If you can get him to come back and be the Bachelor or do something or whatever.
Hashtag pay Tyler Cameron $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they paid her that because this is only a 2-week shoot. No. You got to remember, this is not anchoring a whole season. She's just going to be there to have fun and fuck with the players and whatever. But for any players going, if you're listening to this on your airplane right now, become her best friend. Some of you already know about that.
Wow,
I'm so excited
you're giving
about
some
this.
of your tips out publicly.
Yeah, that's a general tip. I think everybody knows it, but certain players have strategies
Suck up
to do
all
it.
the hosts. What?
This woman could take Jesse Palmer's job. If she wants it, it's right there.
I mean, DLP, start speaking French. You gotta bring your A game.
There better be a scene with
I didn't
him
even think about that.
and Mello playing football. That better happen. Just throwing the old pigskin around.
We're definitely gonna see that.
God, I can't wait. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, Popeye Peter Weber is extending his third wave dominance to a new NBC show called Destination X. NBC's official description of the show reads, quote, Europe has turned into a real-life game board as complete strangers are invited to participate in the trip of a lifetime in the ultimate geo-guessing contest. These adventurous players will traverse each country on a blacked-out Destination X bus with the goal of figuring out where the X they are each week. They will need to rely on their knowledge of pop culture, history, geography, and observational skills to win clues to their current location and earn an all-important advantage. Contestants must tap into their own personal expertise, identify hidden clues that are disguised as artifacts, and discern intentional misdirects from competitors to ultimately determine their whereabouts.
Popeye is joined by fellow reality TV stars Josh Martizan from Big Brother and Janae Craig from Love Island USA Season 6. The other 9 players are all civilians. Interesting. One of the most interesting aspects of Destination X is its Dark Lord, actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who is perhaps most known for playing one of the most terrifying villains of all time Negan in the Walking Dead franchise, or Danny on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Or what was that guy's name? The laughing guy or whatever in Watchmen. He was the first superhero to get killed in Watchmen. Destination X will premiere Tuesday, May 27th at 10/9 Central following America's Got Talent season premiere. A sneak peek is going to air after the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. PT on NBC. I'm mildly excited about this, but I think it's strange. The casting is weird to me.
The casting is why? Why are there 3 celebs and the rest civilians? I played this game basically every day in the Good Place writers room. We played the geotagging game. You got to run, find some cars, find the license plate.
Yeah.
Figure out what country you're in. I feel like Pilot Pete, Popeye, will be very good at this since he's a flyer.
Couldn't you just walk up to the nearest person and be like, what country is this?
Yeah.
I
don't see how they... how they enforce some of these rules and how are the other people thwarting it? I'm like, what?
I don't get any of this. I don't get that part. I also don't get
you?
The 3 reality stars and then everybody else is not. Like, are they going to be the team captains of 3 different teams or like, I don't really know.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I don't get it.
Good for Janae though. She's in this and the Love Island spinoff.
I know.
Let's go. Get that money.
Yeah.
Get that money, Kenny. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, Golden God Gary Turner has found love again. And maybe this time it won't end in a divorce that Tyler Cameron called a stain on love. Iconic. The coin-flipping motorcyclist revealed his new significant other this week via a hard IG launch.
Turner posted a carousel of himself on a date with girlfriend Lana Sutton alongside the caption, quote, "I can't believe how many people in Charleston recognized us and wished us the best." Sutton is a retired school teacher with kids of her own who Turner describes as being in her mid-50s. The pair met on Facebook when Sutton reportedly slid into Turner's DMs, and they've been steadily building the relationship ever since. We wish the Golden God good luck and prosperity in his new relationship.
Wowee. Yeah. I guess he won't be on sand. Dang it.
Not. Yeah.
Up next in Bachelor Nation news, we go from a new relationship blossoming to an old relationship decaying to dust. This week, news broke about one half of the Ultimate Girl Gang, Tayshia Adams, dissolving her 2-year relationship with boyfriend Luke Gulbranson, the star of Summer House for the beginning seasons. Apparently, they decided to end things 5 months ago, but the news just became public this week.
Adams and Gulbranson first sparked dating rumors in March 2023 when they were spotted together. They reportedly met in late winter 2022 and initially kept their relationship private. Over time, they were seen together at various public events, including Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, the 2023 MTV VMAs, and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
While the exact reason for the breakup hasn't been publicly disclosed, the couple is reportedly no longer in communication. We hate to see heartbreak coming to any of our beloved players, but perhaps this will set Adams on the correct path back to the Bachelor Nation dating pool. You think next Bachelorette?
No, but she's going to date somebody from Bachelor Nation, guaranteed. Watch it happen. I don't know who, but
I'm
watch
watching
it
the
happen.
space.
Yeah. Ivan Hall. Finally, in Bachelor Nation news.
Didn't he just get engaged?
Did he? I don't know. He's going to find Christ and they'll get back together. Promise you. And finally, in Bachelor Nation news, a belated birthday wish to the Rachel Lindsay, who hit the big 4-0 last week. Congrats on reaching this milestone, being free of the Abasolo nightmare, and on everything she has contributed to the culture of our beloved game and to the culture of humanity at large. I still listen to her and Van Lathan on Higher Learning. At least
Van Lathan is so funny.
10 to 15 minutes of that podcast every week. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Van Lathan is out of the world. Love him. Anyways.
That's all the tids fit to print.
It's time to move on.
Our number 5 Parasocial Play of the Week goes to Sean Lowe, the Golden Boy, and his ring winner, Catherine Giudice Lowe. The couple that proved the Bachelor process could work has still got it parasocially. They made an incredible Instagram reel this week on Sean Lowe's account under the Chiron, "Summer's around the corner, time to get serious in the gym." They then lay out all their fitness outfits and then leave the house dressed in each other's gym clothes. Catherine follows the sports bra wearing Lowe out of the house and even engages in some ass-grabbing chemistry play. The caption reads, "And we're back, as predictable as ever." This gorgeous and sexy piece raked in 25.6K likes, 1.2 million views.
Not too shabby. And coming in at number 4 this week is Grant Ellis's mom. She posted an original poem she wrote for ring winner Juliana Pasquarosa via Instagram story on a floral background. Grant co-signed this birthday wish poem by reposting. While it's no gentleman's 5'6", we love to see familial players get in the parasocial mix and go bold. Will these be the lyrics for a new single? You Still Would Be the One, or God's Direction? Time will tell. Let's read the whole poem.
I think we should
here.
read it. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Juliana. The journey on The Bachelor was a difficult path to chart, but in the end, the final roses was given to Juliana, who won Grant's heart. It's not, the rhythm of it's a little off. I did not get to choose you. The honor was my son's. But if I could have picked his match, you still would be the one. That one works a little bit better. Direction from God was clear when you erased his doubts and fears and brought laughter to his life as I prayed for his future wife. Someone who was honest right from the start, someone he could trust while spending time apart. My dreams for Grant come true, and soon it wasn't long before I'd love you too. The love you give is special, like no one else can do. My future daughter-in-law is what I have in you. Pretty good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I think ChatGPT wrote that.
What?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Right.
This comes from the heart.
We'll never know.
Our number 3 top parasocial play this week goes to the lovable dingbat, Gabby Windy. She launched a major SpawnCon campaign this week with Taco Bell, including national commercials that played during the basketball playoffs when I was watching the ball sport briefly.
I saw it too during the same thing.
Good job,
I was like, holy
Timberwolves.
shit. Unreal.
Yeah. I also said holy S. On her own Instagram platform, she made a direct-to-camera reel in which she evaluates their new chicken nuggets in her signature raspy, kooky, what's she going to say next and how's she going to say it tone. The caption reads, crispy and crunchy, but soft and tender? 3 question marks at Taco Bell. Hashtag Taco Bell partner, 40.2K likes, 979K views.
Taco Bell, you better pay her quickly or she will start making social media about how she has not yet received payment.
Wait, what?
She made like a whole campaign against traitors because she hadn't been paid her prize money in what she thought was a timely fashion. Coming in at number 2 this week.
Taco Bell probably pays faster than entertainment.
Oh, I'm sure. That money was there before they shot. Coming in at number 2, Survivor 48's Kyle Frazier. The secret dynamic duo social strategist made an incredible Instagram reel speaking directly to camera, building off his PTC play this week to discuss his experience with racism and racial profiling in the criminal justice system. He goes on to say that the differential treatment he received from white friends encouraged him to become a lawyer to fight for others. The caption reads, quote, so blessed and appreciative to play this game and share a little about my life while doing so. Thanks to everyone for listening and for being receptive. Is that prayer hands emoji?
Mm-hmm.
Prayer hands emoji, hashtag Survivor, hashtag Survivor 48, hashtag reality TV, 5.7K likes, 116K views.
And this man only has 6K Instagram followers.
Yeah. The games don't translate well to social media, the open games.
It was wild to me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because he's got a very strong parasocial gaze.
Mm-hmm.
All of these were strong plays, but there can only be one winner. Our parasocial play of the week goes to the 10 times newlywed BIP couple, Mari Pepin and Kenny.
Yeah.
Via Mari's TikTok, they gave us an outstanding offering in the recent vacation planning trend. They cut between Mari introducing herself and saying various pieces of labor she did to book their trip, such as booking the hotel, planning the itinerary, etc. And then they jumped to shorter and shorter cuts of Kenny going, "I'm Kenny." The caption reads, "Which one are you?" 3 question marks. Melting side face emoji. Inspo from Obs and Wood. OFC. That means of course. 220.8K likes, 2.3 million views.
Damn, they still got it.
They still got it.
I will be watching
them.
them
It's so cute and funny.
until I die, probably.
Yeah. Same.
Moving on. Congratulations, by the way, to Mari and Kenny for pulling out this big #1 spot on this week's Top 5 Parasocial Plays of the Week. We also must talk about a certain creature. This week's Parasocial Creature of the Week is a little dog, a little weenie dog named Pistachio. This is, of course, Kendall Long's dog. She posted an Instagram story this week of Pistachio on her couch, upside down, on his back, squirming around, doing some back itches. And the caption read, "An absolute couch menace." So cute. I don't know if this is still up actually, but I think we have the video of it. So you can watch it in this video if you're on YouTube, because it is a story. So it's not up anymore, but god damn, it's a cute dog. Getting his old back scritches.
He's doing couch antics. It's so cute.
And that wraps up all of our Parasocial Plays this week. Now it's time to jump to the bottom of the pit, swimming in the darkest waters, in the deepest waters, wondering if there's something below us that will drag us down even further. The answer is yes, there is. This is...
Screams from the pit!
What do you got, PaceCase? Scream it.
So my scream, I already shared this on Casa Gore, but I felt that it was necessary to share in the larger world. And I think it kind of sums up my experience in Casa Gore. I haven't gotten a bachelor dream in so long. Like, really, I feel like since we were doing the hyper binge, I was having a lot of bachelor dreams.
Yeah.
And you and I are kind of doing a mini version of the hyper binge of Netflix's Battle Camp. And I had a Battle Camp dream.
Oh my God.
In which I was a participant in Battle Camp with all the celebs in their cute little cabins. I don't remember much about the dream, but I remember waking up. This is a scream within itself, being like, that's an amazing scream. That's a scream. That's
dream,
just my dream journal. It's just, that's a scream.
Had another scream in my dreams tonight. Did you get to employ my experimental strategy of laughing as hard as you can for 5 minutes at everything Dark Lord Football says?
No, but I've been practicing doing that in response to some of your jokes in Casa Gore. And it's fun. It's funny.
Interesting.
Dark Lord Football is little preview. We think he should be replaced. Because I've been Googling him for Casa Gore, it's now coming up in my Google feed. And today, one of the most satisfying moments that I've had in a couple of weeks was clicking on that and saying, not interested in this topic, Tyler Lewin. So I never see anything about him again. You mean?
Taylor. See, I don't even know his name. Yeah. Anytime you have dreams about anything we're watching, that's usually a dark scream, because it means that what is happening in this material world, which is not real, is now being ported back into the world of consciousness, which is the fundamental real world. So you're dragging something from basically our simulation, our virtual reality game that we're all playing, into reality, which means that it can backwards affect. Causation can go the other way, which I find interesting. Now it's just an endless loop, snake eating its own tail. What's real and what's not, we'll never know.
I feel like whatever your interpretation of dreams is, whether it's the brain forming memories from the day, whether it's whatever, symbols, It's all a scream that mine was about Battle Camp.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's certainly a first season show, and we think it should be called Camp NRU instead.
100%. How they didn't get that, I don't know.
What's your scream clues?
My screen. God, can you imagine if it would have been Camp NRU and then they could do like trivia contests and stuff? Instead of like, can you spell advantage? They could be like, who
the spelling
got
contest was
engaged
terrible.
to Zach Goitowski on season whatever of Love is Blind? Then Irina has some advantage in that, you know? Ask questions about the other franchises.
It elevates the NRU if you like put it in the title.
Yeah.
And it's not about battling.
Yeah, there's no battles happening at all.
No. Like Zero. I said, no creed. I don't like battles.
Yeah. Not like The Last Kingdom. Destiny is all. God, we're at a point in The Last Kingdom that's just getting.
Have you dreamed about that?
No, but I love that show, and we're down to the last droplets. We got like 3 episodes left, and that's it. The whole series is over. So sad.
I guess you'll have to go back to Last of Us.
Never. Here's my scream. This week, I am, as you know, speaking at DePaul. That is a scream in and of itself. That somehow this podcast we started has led me to giving a keynote speech at a college conference. Also,
molding young minds.
Yeah, possibly. My true scream is this. This happens to me every time a new season is about to start shooting of anything that I've coached players for. All the information is imparted. All of the conversations have been had. There is nothing left for me to do except sit and wait for that text message saying, I'm back. And in Bachelorette, the sooner you get that text message, the worse off it is, because it means they got kicked out of the show early. Paradise, they're going to be there the whole time. Whether they get in the show, get kicked off the show, they sequester you in that hotel. Them? Yeah. So I have no idea what the outcome is based on when I get that. And I'm just sitting around like, ooh, here we go. Yeah. 2.5 weeks of just like hoping everything's going as planned, hoping all the scenarios we prepared for are right. And it's also a little nerve wracking because it's a brand new version of this show. Mm-hmm. You know, all we could do is talk about like, there will probably be challenges of some kind. I would guess they are of this variety because they will be stolen versions of them from other shows that have done this, like Love Island or whatever. Scott Teddy is at this point an unknown quantity. There's a lot of
They steal Battle Camp's spelling bee.
Yeah, the same words. I saw they misspelled advantage.
Quail.
Yeah. Oh, God, how did he spell it? It was an interesting coaching process because it was a lot of like trying to prognosticate what is actually going to happen on the show. It's not like coaching for Bachelor, Bachelorette, where you know exactly it's going to be a night one, regular season 1-on-1s, group dates, maybe a 2-on-1, final rose, blah, blah, blah. This is like, I don't really know what it is. So I'm trying to like intuit just from the articles that have come out from shit Scott Teddy has made prior to this to be like, what is this show going to be? How are the Goldens going to fit in? You know, all of that. And that was something that I found very fun, but also I'm just like, was I right about any of it? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Could have been completely wrong. Could have been the worst training I've ever done or the best. I don't know. Anyways.
I think you, get better with every training clues. So I think your players are as prepared as they can be.
We shall see. Just to let
I hope
everybody
they've
know.
Watched some of his other shows. I hope that Scott Teddy incorporates flashbacks, which they do really well in Summer House.
Yeah, the best training I think that I did was saying you need to watch Summer House and even how it looks. Like, be prepared that that's probably how you're going to be shot. That's what you're going to look like. So, you know, if it's this type of camera angle he likes or all of that. Yes. I don't know. I think I did a decent job. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
I can't wait. I do not pay attention to the production schedule very much. They shoot for 2.5 weeks, Paradise.
Yeah.
That makes it even stupider that they try to force engagements or breakups.
Yeah, no shit.
2.5 weeks.
No shit. I think the old days used to be more. I think it got cut down budgetarily and stuff.
Like Survivor.
But yeah, of course. So it's like day one, you meet somebody, and then by the end of that day, somebody traditionally, this may not be how it is now in 10, I don't know. Somebody would come down the stairs with a date card that initiates a love triangle. And that person that you're in the love triangle with has to pretend to be super pissed off at you after you had literally one conversation with this person. And they're like, how dare you? I thought we were in love. It's
I sucked your toe.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Anyways, we are not the only people screaming down here in the bottom of the pit. If you want to submit your screams, all you do, it's very simple. You go to patreon.com/Game of Roses. You join us there. You will get access to our Discord. In that Discord, there's a channel called Submit Your Screams. You upload a 1 minute or shorter video clip or audio if you so choose. And we play the best ones here. Are you ready, PaceCase, for this week's scream?
Go.
Hi, Clues and PaceCase. I'm calling from Chicago, home of the Clout, and I have a quite embarrassing scream from the pit to share with you all today that shows just how terrible of a human being I am, where in the middle of a very important emotional conversation with my mom where tears are involved, I all of a sudden think of The Bachelor.
Of course.
So a little bit of backstory. It was staff photo day at work, so my face is completely covered in makeup. So as I am talking on the phone with my mom, tears rolling down my cheeks, I'm trying to figure out how to wipe the tears away without looking like a raccoon on my walk home. And that's when I think about it, tear play, and how women handle it while they wear makeup. That is my scream in the middle of this really emotional, important conversation. I am deep in the pit. Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Okay. This is an interesting one for sure. Anytime you're having any kind of real life interaction, emotional, professional, romantic, whatever it may be, and the first thing or one of the main things that pops into your head is this is like a Bachelor play. You even call it in your head by that Bachelor name. It's a high level scream. However, I will say this could have been a higher level. You could have wet thumbed yourself.
It could have been a higher level. You could have gone into that photo, say, retake it, and just have tears streaming down your face.
Yeah. But no, I at this point, anytime I see anyone crying for any reason, all I think is tear play. And I will even comment out loud to anyone who is standing next to me, nice tear play.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to be at my dad's funeral
Oh my
and I'm going to
God.
comment on my mom's nice
Your
tear
poor
play.
loved
Guaranteed. That will happen.
I mean, I engage in tear play quite often, especially during watching The Last of Us now. I think I engaged in tear play the whole wedding ceremony. But that makeup was battle tested.
Yeah.
You got to have like 5 pounds of makeup on to be able to outlast the raccoon eyes.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I have sometimes
Pack it on.
Said to loved ones, people that I've been in romantic relationships with, if they get ill and they're like, oh, can you go to the store and get me something? And I'll be like, oh yeah, you got an IFI?
Really?
Yeah, because it just comes in.
God. You're doing like 10 screams in response to this scream.
Anytime anybody I know gets
honey.
sick or ill or anything, IFI, even a fear. I don't want to do that. That scares me. Oh, it's an IFI. You'll be okay.
I tried to explain. God, this is another scream. I was talking about The Bachelor at this birthday brunch yesterday.
Sure, happens.
And was trying to explain, they were talking about Clayton's season and about him love level 4ing everyone. And I had to explain it without using the love levels because I wanted to seem, normal. And it was so difficult to be like, oh yeah, so they used to not say, I love you to everyone. And now they do say that more. They don't just say, I am falling for you or I like you or whatever. And I just felt like it was so hard for me to dissect it from love level 4. I was like, what is a normal way of saying this?
Yeah. I definitely, in the Training for Paradise, I think that I locked in a mathematical pattern for the love levels, like exactly when to use them. And I think that was probably my most sound training, was the love level training, because that's going to translate no matter who's producing the show. If you're doing challenges, if the Goldens are there, that is a piece of the game that's like, you can't fuck with it. So I feel confident, at least in that. But yes,
I can't wait to watch this season.
I can't either. I'm very excited. I mean, I know we didn't get a Bachelorette this season, but I am super excited about the 2 Bachelor products we are going to get here at the end of the year. I think there's an almost infinite ceiling on how good they could be. And I don't know if they're going to be good or not. They may be terrible. I don't think that's the case. They could be bad.
Who's showrunning Golden?
What's that?
Who is showrunning Golden Bachelor?
I don't know. I would assume the same people who did it last time around. That's a different crew. Claire and Bennett were not involved in that show. But I just feel that Scott Teddy has a lot to prove. I think he knows that. And I think he understands the upside of this. If he turns in a great product that is well reviewed and gets good ratings, I think he kind of can see, oh shit, I could do this for the next 25 years and be like at the helm of this franchise. Yeah. I think there's so much on the line that he's very compelled to do incredible work. And I just think that, again, the ceiling doesn't exist for how good this can be. And so I'm excited for where it's all headed. And Hannah Brown is going to fucking just walk in and be like, who are you? And fucking hit Wells Adams into the ocean. I can't wait. What season were you on? I was on JoJo's season. Just don't be boring, okay? Boring. I don't even know what that word means. Did you read my books, Wells Adams? I don't know how to read. Get in the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Roll Tide.
I hope Hannah Brown is one of the ones you're coaching.
Yeah, I coached her to do that accent.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, if you can accentuate your accent, make it more cartoonish, and if you also can, drown Wells Adams in the sea.
No physical violence, just emotional.
Yeah. Psychologically drown him in the sea.
Mm-hmm. Drown the thing he cares about most on the beach.
Which is himself. Oh, see what I did there?
The truth box.
Yeah.
Listen,
I will say this. I'll give one experimental play that I tried to impart. Who knows if it'll happen? It was destruction of props. I was like, there was a great moment where the truth box got shattered, got destroyed. If the producers bring a prop to you, if there's a Sally suitcase, if there's a truth box, destroy it with extreme prejudice. We'll see if it happens.
All right. Well, that might be a little hint as to who Clues coached for those watching carefully.
If it happens, I feel like that's like, I always ask a lot. I'm like, look, here's how to play the game properly and use all of this. But if you want to stand out, if you want to do some wild shit and be remembered in the history of this thing, do this, and this. None of that shit has ever happened.
They don't try the experimental plays.
Yeah.
Well, you're waiting for your Aaron Rodgers or whatever.
My Aaron Rodgers.
A-Ro Bros, bro.
A-Ro Bro and his family are waiting for Aaron Rodgers to return to Thanksgiving dinner.
You're waiting for your white whale.
Oh, like my Tom Brady or whatever.
Your Tom Brady. There you go.
Perfect player. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for screaming. I hope everything works out with your mom in your altercation. Yeah. And we'll be back with our Survivor recap on Thursday. Check those out. Get Kyle some more Instagram followers. I think this is disgusting. I agree. It must be rectified.
And for everybody in the Chicagoland area, May 3rd, this Saturday, I'll be at DePaul giving my little speech, showing some videos of all classic IFIs, PTCs, love levels, all the different components of the game, breaking them all down as part of my strange presentation that I don't know if DePaul is ready for.
I can't wait. Wake up, DePaul.
I know. In some ways, I feel bad for the other people who are doing speeches there because it's like, this. I don't think this one's going to be like those.
I don't think so either. You got a beautiful mind, Clues. Can't wait to see what it makes. Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.